Hi guys, my name is Immaculate Odera. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Please consider subscribing. You are free to like and leave a comment on this video. So today I'm doing the last episode on my pregnancy journey, and this is on my labor and delivery. So mm, I have talked about my pregnancy in some previous videos. You can check them out. And today we will talk about the day I had labor and I delivered my baby. So, according to my scans, the scans that I had done during my pregnancy, my EDD, that is expected date of delivery, I guess, was set for 1st of May 2022. So I was doing everything and planning my pregnancy with this date as the EDD. So after I had done everything, I had done my baby pump shoot, I had done my baby shower, my hospital bag was ready, and I was just waiting for the signs of labor, and I was really expecting to have my labor and deliver the baby on 1st. First of all, I was excited about the date because 1st of May is a holiday here, that is Labor Day. So yeah, coincidence. So I really wanted to have my baby on 1st, but so we were, I don't know, April iko na masiku ngapi? I don't know if it's 30 or 31. So April ended the 30th or 31st. But as we were nearing the end of April, I was really anxious and I really wanted to have my baby on 1st. So I was so trying. I was trying so hard to have the baby on 1st. So I had Googled, and I had Googled to see things that can things that can trigger labor. So, and one of the things was pineapples. I I think, if I remember well, there was somewhere they mentioned pineapples. So that day I was on a really high pineapple diet. I had eaten pizza, the pizza I had eaten Hawaiian pizza. It has pineapple. I had taken pineapple juice. I had bought a whole pineapple fruit and I was eating it. And yeah, I was just hoping to have the labor start. Like, okay, I expected, the longer labors, they start a day or two before you deliver. So I was just doing this all in preparation. This was not on the actual date. This was just like before, a day or two before the delivery. So I also wanted to go to the salon and make my hair. So on the last day of April, I don't know if it's 30th or 31st, I'll confirm. So I went to the salon in the morning. That was the first thing like I did on the last day of April. I went to the salon, had my hair done in preparation for labor. I'm going to the hospital. I had my hair done and walked back home. So I was just there sitting and hoping and waiting. I came back, I made some food, nikakula. Actually, I was home alone. So I came, prepared some food. I had some leftover, so I just warmed some food. I ate. I took my pineapple juice and, kept waiting. So luckily, or I don't know if I'll call that lucky or what, my partner, like the father of the baby, joined me that day. So he was around. He came around that day and we were together. So after that was like in the evening, we just spent the evening indoors. Ikafika supper time, we had supper and went to bed. Actually, we went to bed pretty late, like I think 11 p.m. is the time we went to bed. So at first I was just okay, and then by after like an hour, that is like midnight, I started feeling, some pain in my stomach. And okay, it was not so much pain, so I assumed, because I had never had the Braxton Hicks before, so I thought maybe this is the Braxton Hicks. Because okay, one thing is, although I was really hoping to have the baby on first, I did not expect I did not expect to really have the baby on first, because when the first signs, I start having, when I start having, oh my God, when I started having the first contractions, I didn't really know, because I had not had the false labor during my whole pregnancy. So this time I thought maybe this is the false labor happening. So it went on from 12 midnight, 1, 2, and I was like, I don't really I don't really think this is the false labor, because I didn't expect it to last that long. Actually, this is not like the last day of this is not the last day of April. I'm sorry. I think this is the first. I had expected to have the baby on first, but when it did not happen, when like first came, 1st of May, I did not have any labor. I did not have any signs of having the baby that day. So I just continued with my day normally. I went to the salon, I came back, made lunch, and just relaxed, but waiting. So this night, on the night of first, is when I started having the pains. I assumed it was the false labor, because I had not had false labor throughout this time until the EDD date. I had not had any false labor. So when I started having the contractions, I assumed it was the false labor. And what made me now think that this is actually real labor is because it didn't go away. It's it will come like in certain intervals. I will feel the pain. I will wake up, where I take a walk around the house, and then just go back to bed, and I was okay. And then after some time, and then it will come back. I'll feel the contractions. I'll get out of bed, take a walk in the house, and then come back to bed, and I was okay. I would just take a nap until the next contractions happen. So when it persisted for like 3 to 4 hours, it's when I decided we need to go to the hospital. I am making the decision to go to at first I was really, really reluctant about going to the hospital, because I just knew it was the false labor, and we'll get there and they will tell us to go back and come back another time. But the contractions really, really stayed for a long time, I now decided maybe it's real labor and we need to go to the hospital. So we decided we are going to the hospital. This was like 3 a.m. in the morning. Another thing, I didn't really want to carry the hospital bag, because I was assuming it's not it's not the baby. One thing that made me think that is because the oh, sorry, the contractions were not really, really painful. They were like, I feel like maybe cramps, some mild cramps. So I didn't take it seriously. So I just thought it's false labor. So I was also reluctant to carry the hospital bag. I thought maybe we'll just go get checked and then we'll see what is it. But still, we carried the hospital bag and left for the hospital at 3 a.m. in the morning. We got to the hospital, and there was someone. We got to the maternity room, and okay, there was someone. The nurse was with someone, so we were waiting outside, and the tension inside there. Oh my God, I was shook. But okay, I was actually this made me feel like I'm not actually in labor, because the way people were screaming there, and I was just like, I was fine. I just said I'm not in labor yet because of the things I saw people doing. So my turn came. I went in with the nurse for checking. They want to see if you are dilated, if you are in labor, if you are really in labor. So we went in, I was checked, and I did not believe it, but I was already 6 centimeters dilated at that time. It was around 4:30 by the time I was being checked. Like, now this is after the process of, oh, we had not actually done the admission by this time. They wanted to check first to verify if you're actually in labor, then you can start the admission process. So after I was checked, I was at 6 centimeter dilated, and I had to be admitted like immediately. So we started the process of admission. I was admitted, got a bed, and they tell you to just wait. I think you're given a duration of like 2 or 3 hours before you go back to get checked, to see if your dilation has expanded or you're still at the same dilation. So after admission, I was given a bed, and we were there like 6, 7 mothers to be, and everyone was managing their labor. I am so thankful. I had mentioned this before. I am so thankful because my labor were quite really fair. I did not have that extreme labor, the shouting, wailing, and everything. No, I did not have any of that. My labor was so fair that it was so mild. I could barely feel it sometimes. I could even go to sleep. I could sleep and just fall asleep comfortably until I have a contraction. That's when, like, I'll wake up, take a walk still in the ward, and go back to sleep. And I will actually sleep, yeah, for real, fall asleep. So I'm really thankful. And then, it came time, it was morning around 7 or 8, the night shift attendants left, and then the morning shift came in. So we were supposed to be checked again by the morning shift nurses. So they were calling us one by one. You go get checked, and then they determine if you are ready to go into the delivery room or not. So when the morning attendants came, like the people who are coming for the day shift came, we went back, got checked, and I was like 8 centimeters dilated, but my water had not broken. So they decided to break my water, and then we can wait. Now, after breaking the water, we can wait for the full dilation, and then you can be sent to the delivery room. After my water was broken, the pain now increased. At this time, I could actually feel pain. The labor was now more intense, not like really intense, but it was much more than the previous time before the water was broken. So I had some pain for some time, but still I could go back to sleep. After the contraction, when you are okay, I could just go back and take a nap and wait for the next contraction. So this happened for, like, I think from that time was 7 to 8, 8 to 9. So I think we were due for the next checking. After my water was broken, we were due for the next checkup. And now, by the time they were calling me to go in for the next checkup, I think the baby had just started coming out. By the time I was getting into the checkup bed, the nurse was like, no, 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 we don't even have to check you. You have to go to the delivery room, like, right now. By this time, I was in so much pain. The baby's head was already coming out. I could barely walk. I was escorted to the delivery room. and I think, let's just say, uh, less than 30 minutes later, it was maybe 20, 25 minutes, or even 15 minutes after getting into the delivery room, my baby was here. And yes, I welcomed my bouncing baby boy to this world at 9:36. Actually, I still remember the date, of course, the date and the time. 2nd May at 9:36 a.m. I welcomed my bouncing baby boy to this world, and the motherhood journey began from there. So that is my story. One thing, okay, now this is my unsolicited advice to anyone. One thing I'll tell you is like, labor and delivery, I know it's scary, yes, it's scary, but it is very different and it varies from one person to another. So you can be scared, but you don't have to be really scared from someone else's story, because you may or may have you may or may not have the same experience. Like, for my experience, I really think I really had it easy. I'm not taking it for granted, but I think I really had it easy. So I don't know. That was my story. Maybe somebody else has a different story, but I would really advise that you don't have any expectations, or rather, you can be ready for the worst but expect the best. So that is it for today's video, guys. And until next time, please subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment, and we'll meet on the next one. Bye.